because those ones are the ones that will interest you more. You do not, I really wanted to make it really intuitive and easy so that you do not have to click or scroll too much just to get your information that you really need, because there's a lot of intelligence you can do instead of the, instead of the user that is using your app. So now I'm coming to your question. The last tab is actually about geolocation. So maybe you're at a place and you don't know. Last time I was at a friend's place, and I actually did not know. It was in Brussels, but I did not know how to get home and what stop there were in the neighborhoods. Even if I really know this is good because I've lived here all my life, I do not really know all the bus lines by heart, especially since they have changed a lot over the years. So actually you can just look up where the stops are. You can do that as a map, but if you click here, you can also get it as a list. There's another thing, maybe you have, on Android you have different home screens, and you can put shortcuts to applications, but you can also put widgets on there. And actually what I made was also a widget that gives you the latest, no, not the latest, the closest favorites it shows you, and you can just click them from there. So you do not even need to open the application, which actually it's quite easy. When I'm at work, I just go to that screen and I just click on a stop, and there I have the waiting times, and it's just like in less than 5 seconds I have the information I need. So maybe we could dream a bit about what can we do in the future with that kind of application. So one thing you could think of, we had Mitri this morning that made a presentation about LIDAR and augmented reality. Well, why couldn't you just, well, maybe I could add something that I just take the application and I look around and, oh, there's a bus stop there, so, and I click it and then I get information. That would be great. But anyway, I personally have this thing with augmented reality. I find it kind of gadget, but I don't know how you feel about it. Some people are really impressed, and I was impressed, but now that has gone over. You could also give extra information regarding persons that have limited mobility. So when you have the waiting times, why wouldn't you be able to just say like, hey, this bus is actually capable of taking people in wheelchairs or something else? Why wouldn't you do something like damage reports? You're on a bus and you see that there's something that is not correct. Actually, the bus driver needs to take note of that, but well, you could take that as well, but maybe at bus stops. I see a lot of smashed windows at the bus stops in Brussels, so maybe you just could take the application and with geolocation, you just could tell, okay, there's something going on here, maybe you should go check this. So. Or maybe why not make interoperability with other networks? You have the LAN, you have the TEC, you have the STIB and MBS. It would be even greater if you just had that information in such an application. I need to. Does anyone have a charger for my hand? Some things on the slides are not to be taken seriously. I will get there with this. So,
the pin. You moved the pin, I think.
Oh, nee, terrible. Okay.
In the back, maybe.
Is het goed? Ja. Oké, we switchen niet. Ja, dat is goed. Oké, switchen wel.
Okay, so I said interoperability, which would be actually a great feature, but what about also point of sales location? You know, in Brussels you buy your ticket on the bus, it's more expensive than if you buy it at the point of sale. So it could be easy to know which point of sales are in my neighborhood, so I could just walk there, buy it, and it could be really easy. Or you could just even take a step further. Why not order an electronic ticket? And the last thing, it's just a joke, don't take it seriously. I'm really not considering doing that, and there are some serious privacy issues, but some people told me that, well, wouldn't it be great to just have like this live webcam in your application, so when the bus is coming, you just can know that the bus is full and that you don't want to get in there. Actually, there could be another way that you could do that, because in Brussels you have a MIVB, which is this card that you're just beeping, and those are connected to their information system. So maybe just by the number of pins or something, they could just register like, oh, there are a lot of people now in this bus, or no, it's not that much, it's okay. So actually those are things that could be possible. And you just, are there any other things that you think of? That would be a great extra...
Maybe a social port.
A what?
A social port.
Social, yes, yeah. I thought of that.
Yeah, because
but I think there is...
In the bus, nobody talks to nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's not the same in New York, everybody talks to everybody. In Belgium, nobody talks to nobody. If you have maybe add-ons like who's in this bus, and you can tweet with the people that are in this bus, it could be maybe cool.
Yes, I think there was a project by someone, it's not in Belgium, it's somewhere in the US, I think, that made this kind of social network based on public transit and the lines that you were taking and at what time you were taking it, and that it made some matches that, hey, you're too often with that person on the bus, you should maybe just talk with it or something. So
you can easily match that with what you have. So
yes.
You can just say, okay, I'm on this bus.
Yes, actually just checking the information could also come like this, I'm checking in.
I will see this on
Quickest way to get somewhere.
The what?
Quickest way to get somewhere. There might be options.
The quick, it's not in my application, and the reason is simple. It is because in Brussels now you have Google Transit, and on Android and even on iPhone, Google Transit is available from your phone, and you can really easily calculate how to get from one point to another and what the different possibilities are, and it will tell you which bus to take, where to change. But it's not linked to real-time information.
It tells you what's the best route, but not what's the best route at this moment. You have the
yes, that's. I think maybe that's a step further, that it would calculate your itinerary in function of yes, that buses are delayed, or there's even BMOB. They have no, not BMOB, BMobile. They're from Tuli Mobilis. They have. I think they're using information that are actually transmitted by cars with GPS to know which roads are actually slow.